Hey guys, what's cracking? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Clash with Bando. I've got a little bit of a sore throat, so I hope that doesn't come across too well. But I'm going to be going for a bit of a war win recap. It is still 2 hours to go, but I'm flying out to work today, so it's a good time for me personally. It will be 194 for our win, getting very close to our magical 200, and we had an absolutely smashing war. If we just look at the team's defences, our Town Hall 8s absolutely annihilated their Town Hall 8s all early, all one hit. That allowed a huge amount of opens and really just a lot of mucking around. We didn't even use the Town Hall 8s to open too many bases. We had a first hit 3-star on their number 4. Dave came very, very close to a 97 on their number 5. That's without his Warden. Bando 80 took out the bottom Town Hall 10. That was just to test the strategy that our Town Hall 10s ran. And, you know, like, there was a lot of first hit Town Hall 9 3-stars. So our guys are really getting it together after the organised war we had. And you just see they haven't even really bothered attacking all of our bases. So we absolutely smashed it. I think we had 69 stars on the board in the first 3 or 4 hours. So, yeah, for that, we'll go through and we'll show you some highlights. And, yeah, get it through. Won't be a super long one, this war, but this was an old base I used to run in Titans, I think it was, a long time ago. And I knew that I would be able to maybe get it on the first hit or show Shine or Dave Ray that they would be able to do it. So, really fun war to get into. And to get this out early in the war, I did this very, very early, so it was good overall. They were the one Town Hall 10 base up, so to be able to eliminate one straight away, it just shows that they're not going to be able to have a good war if we keep going. You see an early rage, that's because there's quite a bit of onto the Queen at that stage. There's 2 expos, and plus there was a point defence as well, so just held onto the Queen as long as I could, but she wasn't going to do it. I didn't take any poisons in, so I just had to use my ability. You'll see I'll keep looking up top there. That's to show the Hog coming out there to draw the clan castle. What I expected was a Hound Loon, so that was nice. You see I'm opening up the Earthquakes now at the same time. That's for where the King with the GoWiWi is going to come in. And that's worked awesome with that Archer on the side. There's allowed that Hound and Loon to get dragged away. I've still got 6 wall breakers left. And that was just to be able to open up one section and have a few spare just in case. And the intention was no poison. This is something, I'll just show it. This is something I've been trying to do, is to have no poisons on bases like this. A lot of Town Hall 10s run the Hound Loon. And if you can just throw one wizard out, that's enough. That'll do the splash damage on the Loon enough to kill it. So worked a treat there. You do see a couple of pups sticking up onto those healers though. To the ground contingent, several witches. I did have a few hogs for the side. Couple of max golems of course, and it was CC max witches. You saw a couple of hogs go out on the side. That was to get the 1 point defence. That was defenceless, apart from it was shooting on the golem, so definitely was a good time to get it. Pretty much used everything now. Used the last couple of hogs to try and get that cannon on the side. I was a bit worried that cannon would get my witches, so that was a good use. And you see now the Queen, the King, still alive and just working through it. So a few minions for the top. That was to hope just in case, no air defences or anything there, just in case they needed. But still a full golem. So really, really good raid. I'm glad that was the first hit. It just showcases well-planned attacks. And, yeah, there's still a lot of fun at Town Hall 10. Obviously not the best style base to be taking into a war. Single Infernos, I'm a little bit mixed on my decisions on those. Now, we'll have a look at Dave's attack. 97%. He got really, really close. He's gone in with a lightning storm. Not really a lightning storm. It's just the 3 lightnings for that multi-inferno. I did say to him, I thought that maybe if he had pitched that just a touch to the left, he would have got that blower down. I don't think he needed to worry about any damage on the air defence because he was going to walk into that. So the queen, she's taken half damage from the splash. He comes out with his queen on the right-hand side in a quick herd. That's with the minions, and that's to force his queen to go the direction he wants. Wall break is very well timed. His rage, very well timed. That queen got very low at that stage there. Queen doubles back for that archer tower. That's nice. Now, he still had 7 wall breakers left, and this I don't know whether was completely worthwhile. That's a lot of unit spaces. That's basically 5 spare wall breakers, 10 unit spaces. Would it have been better to have maybe a giant or 2? Is a possibility. Because now he's going to spam out his wall breakers to try to open up this queen to push around to get that extra air defence. So it was definitely a good concept. I just don't know whether it was worthwhile in the end, because he did kind of need his queen to go head on into the other queen, and that's where this raid fell down. Was the queen was left unchecked in the end. So Dave, obviously Town Hall 11, but pretty much got his Warden on permanent upgrade. It's going to 17 at the moment. So you'll see this air defence will get at least 1 heal. I don't know whether it did. I think it might have got the second one as well. Yep. So he's held on to his ability though, and that's where he's gone with his air. He was a little bit, I think, maybe over-conscious of time. And you do see as well up here, the King, that will tank the Air Expo, the Wizard Tower, the Archer Tower. So you do see the King play a pivotal role in a lot of raids, and that's done a huge amount of tanking over there, which means he hasn't had to use a whole lot of loons. Only a single Inferno Tower left in midfield, so he's gone in with no freezers, but unfortunately that enemy queen there, she is absolutely ripping it up in midfield, and that's the biggest problem I saw with this, was that was left unchecked by forcing his other units around, and that's caused that issue. So if Dave's queen hadn't have checked around the left hand side, he would have had 14 unit spaces, maybe could have taken a few extra loons, and instead hoped his queen had it pushed into midfield. So the King's still going. He did obviously use the rage, and his queen has come through. So because he lost those 2 healers through his raid, that's meant the queens eventually died, but he did secure the 2-star luckily, and a bit of an F-bomb afterwards when he realised how close he was. A really good raid, Dave. Unfortunate there not to get the 3, but that was a good design base, and he took a long time planning that out. They're getting a couple of their last attacks in. Now, the raid on 7 wasn't that great. Raid on 8 was good, but I need to scroll down to show the other raid on it. Where are we? Here we go, the Menace. So this was a massive hit up, as a lot of the low bases were all gone very early. You see Dennis, he's got level 3 Queen, level 10 King, so he's only just gone into Town Hall 9. Still got the level 4 Hogs. So an absolutely massive attack for level 4 Hogs. Just well analysed. Level 2 Golems. Gone in with the Stone GoHog. Knows it's a Clan Castle Hound, because this was a re-hit. That's the only thing you could say about it. As being a re-hit, he would have known a few of the traps in that. But a 68k base. Level 4 Hogs. Level 2 Golems. Absolutely smashed it. Shows you the power. I'm a big advocate for Stone GoHog. I love it. You do see it many times in my live attacks, and this is one of the reasons why you see those hogs. Those golems are just taking a heap. The rage there, when you get rage on your golems, they'll smash through defences. Enemy queen in midfield there. There'll be a couple of skeleton traps as well. Good use from the side there. Didn't smash out too many hogs. First heal goes down. His king and queen is still alive in midfield there. Hogs were taking advantage of defenceless buildings. Still got a few hogs left as well. 8 hogs, so he hasn't rushed them. He was very, very lucky with this split of bombs here. You see one will get tripped, and there's the second one next to it. It was a double giant bomb set, and you do see back at the start there, obviously, he had tripped the second set. No heals or anything left, but the remnants of that Clan Castle Golem's still there. So you see how the stone GoHog just gives his hogs so much cover. Don't rush it. The big thing with your bases like this is you don't rush it. You don't spam all your hogs down and let them go and die. Let them soak up the attacks. Let the golems go through, and as you see, you sort of surgical out the hogs. So brilliant attack menace. Everyone sort of had a good laugh and got on board that. Now we'll look at DTN's attack on number 11. This was another stone GoHog attack. I know DTN's taken these on board a fair bit, and the reason why, you look at the earthquakes, this was a first hit 3-star as well, so you look at these earthquakes and where that opens up in the midfield. It's only about 60% of the base for those particular golems to be able to get into, but nice simple strategy where he's done the 2 sides first, gets those side whizzes out for the herd, and then breaks open that midfield. So one golem did stay on the right there by the looks, but that's good because that's allowed that Wizzy to catch up. So the rage for the group, that's going to help the king out, that's going to help his golems out. And you see that those side hogs are coming out now, and those defences are distracted by that Clan Castle Golem. So the hound gets killed. Queen's still alive. Midfield, full health. You see more loons coming out now. More hogs. Don't know why I keep saying loons. And these 2 golems are catching up now to the Queen. Still got his second heal left. Now you see what he's tried to cover there with he's tried to cover his golems as well as his hogs. He's just missed his golems, but obviously the hogs were completely healed, so it was one of those overlapping heals he did try for, but absolutely smashed this base. Well done, DTN. Queen's still alive, midfield, full health. Brilliant raid. Alright, last but not least, I'll show off one of our Town Hall 8s. I don't show them too often, but Sneaky's come up with a GoHog, I think this was, so Shattered GoHog, Town Hall 8, 54k base, so it's near max, everything but walls, I think it was. Pretty simple. Obviously next patch they're going to be getting rid of this, where you can just double poison something. Next patch they're talking about some kind of a poison avoidance, so that your clan castle will try to exit out of that poison. Might not help all units, but it means that you're not going to get the easy dragon kill. The king being very exposed down the bottom there. You could do something as simple as using your king to get him, or Sneaky, he has gone with a different strategy where he's just used archers to clean them up, and he's gone his Shattered GoHog from the top. Good little spread of hogs there. So he hasn't even really done anything about the king. Clan Castle hogs tripped that giant bomb there at the end, so definitely not the best base, but a really good way to analyse that. And for our Town Hall 8s, I think they had 11 Town Hall 8 and lower bases. To get rid of all of those very quickly, very early, it just meant we're at a good wicket. And, it's one of those psychological things when you're doing a lot of farm wars. The earlier you get rid of them, the better. But overall, brilliant war. We did have a lot of 6-star attackers. Dave and Sean were still waiting on, so hopefully they get something out. 6-star war there from 82, from DTN. Ginger, he had a really good Queen walk. What was that on, actually? That was on number 14, was it? Because it wasn't a re-hit, I didn't show up. We'll show this one. Oh, yeah, that's why I didn't show it. It's only a 62k base. We'll chuck it in speed. But you see there, that was just a brilliant use of that hog to be able to get that defence that was hitting the Queen, gets that hound to the front, and that means that the Queen's only got that one archer tower shooting at her whilst that hound is there. So kill squad from the opposite side. We all know that can be hard at times to control it all at once. Good base jump. Probably a touch early on his King's Rage, but it's got it done. That Queen's still ripping it up. Hogs are going for it. Double poison. Absolutely smashed it. So that was a good raid there. We did have a couple other walks, but yeah, overall, good war. Hope you guys have had a bit of a laugh. And as always, clash on.
You got his eye from across the room. You got his eye.